Okay. Ooh.
Ooh.
I know,
Whoa.
that's a new thing. Running Empires.
Very nice.
That was very short, Nick.
Yes, it was.
Right. So this is a stupid idea. It's like I started writing songs when I go on holiday, so I have to sing them when I come back. So often they only get one outing for very good reasons. But sort of, well, and the tunes often are very similar to the ones that were before. But so here we go. I wrote this afternoon, well, based on the ideas from the holiday. So. On the Sunshine Coast of England, we walk our way through Revilious painted backdrops to the channel oh so blue. We knew that June was coming, and that is what as May. But I heard the Chalkman calling, this is the South Downs way. Wild garlic and bluebells, the seagull's boss, Eastbourne. Everyone is tattooed, Seven Sisters show no scorn. We see the trail of Romans, mystery warrior lost his day. I heard the trumpet calling, this is the South Downs way. Virginia Woolf sat writing in a garden wild but free, of love and sex and death, and a peace she would never see. While friends painted churches with hope so we could pray, but we know the way it goes. This is the South Downs way. This is the South Downs way. This is the South Downs way. Right.
Your song got closer and closer to where I live.
I know, and we've got the picture.
Yes, I see.
Oh, the videos. Yeah, of course.
I should have given you a verse. Maybe next week if you're out of it. So, Marilyn, over to you.
All right.
I shall mute.
Warm up with what this is called "The Old Man from Lee," which I'm sure you've all heard, and it's a song that perhaps should be kept to be sung when one is young, not when we do all have old grey beards. But there we are. There was an old man came over from Lee, but I'll not have him. There was an old man came over from Lee, a-courting me, with his old grey beard, with his old grey beard just newly shaven. My mother, she told me to give him some pie, but I'll not have him. My mother, she told me to give him some pie. I gave him some pie and he put the crust by. With his old grey beard, with his old grey beard just newly shaven. My mother, she told me to give him a stool, but I'll not have him. My mother, she told me to give him a stool. I gave him a stool, he sat down like a fool. With his old grey beard, with his old grey beard just newly shaven. My mother, she told me to give him some wine, but I'll not have him. My mother, she told me to give him some wine. I gave him some wine, he sat down like a swine. With his old grey beard, with his old grey beard just newly shaven. My mother, she told me to take him to church, but I'll not have him. My mother, she told me to take him to church. I took him to church and left him in the lurch. With his old grey beard, with his old grey beard just newly shaven. Excuse me. That's it.
Super. And now, someone new to the club from the Rabbit Hutch. So, the Rabbit Hole, Steve, who's in Birmingham.
Hello. I'm going to play a little tune on my pan flute. This is a tune which was collected from a very old gentleman in Peru who had just come back from a holiday in Blackpool.
Yay.
That's raised the stakes.
Yeah.
It's from that Paul Simon got the idea for a few other things, I think. Over to Wendy.
Well, I have had the huge pleasure of hearing Steve sing and perform and show us his pet rabbit on several occasions before. It's quite a hard act to follow. I'm sorry, I'm trying to cope with the sunlight in the room at the moment. It's slanting in, and anyway, I'm not going to complain.
That's living in Hackney for you.
Oh, I know.
It looks very good.
Oh, good. Okay. So I'm sure you can all join in with this if it's the right key for you. I haven't sung it before, but I thought it was quite a nice one to do. May you never lay your head down without a hand to hold. May you never make your bed out in the cold. You're just like a big strong brother of mine. You know that I love you true. And you never talk dirty behind my back, and I know that there's those that do. So please won't you bear it in mind. Love is a lesson to learn in our time. Please won't you bear it in mind for me. May you never lay your head down without a hand to hold. May you never make your bed out in the cold. And you're just like a good warm sister to me. You know that I love you true. You hold no blade to stab me in the back, and I know there's those that do. So please won't you bear it in mind. Love is a lesson to learn in our time. Please won't you bear it in mind for me. Oh, may you never lose your temper. If you get in a barroom fight, may you never lose your lover overnight. May you never lay your head down without a hand to hold. May you never lay your bed out in the cold. Oh, may you never lay your head down without a hand to hold. May you never lay your bed out in the cold.
Excellent. I was amazed no one sung that in May rather than
Very good.
Very
good.
Very good.
I can see
To
you
Roger.
singing along.
Thank you. I booked John Martin for a Woolwich Polytechnic Folk Club when I was about 19, and he was younger than me, I think. He was a lovely bloke. But since then, I know two people who played with him for 20 odd years, and I've met other people who've met him, and opinions are different, but there's no doubt about it. He was a phenomenal musician. Left some great stuff behind. Anyway, this is from harking back to when I was 19. This is about, I came across this song then, I think, on a Davy Graham record. Let's see if I can remember it. Since you left me, baby, I'm out all night, got no one to say everything's alright, you know. Ain't nobody's business what I do. Well, there's no dice or poker, I'm out in the bars if there's holes in my shoes, you know. Well, that's just because ain't nobody's business what I do. might get drunk, I might sit all alone. Blues in my head, well, I won't be home, you know. Ain't nobody's business what I do. I'm a nighttime man, that's alright with you. I'll have breakfast at midnight till I find somebody new. Ain't nobody's business what I do. Ain't nobody's business what I do.
Yay.
Well, all right.
Lovely, Roger.
Yes,
all right.
Brilliant.
Very
Yeah,
good.
excellent. Over to Paul. No, is he shaking his head? Have we got to?
Oh, I've got Sarah showing on my thing first, have I? No?
Oh no, Sarah's bowed out.
Oh, right. Okay.
She's a spectator. Wants entertaining.
Well, I guess I was going to have to follow somebody tonight, wasn't I?
Yeah. Yes, that is always it's the advantage of going first.
So I have a rule that I don't do the same song at any club during a year, you know. So if I do it once in a club, I don't do it again. And with Zoom, I've had another rule that I don't do the same song in a month anywhere. So you only do it once in a month. But to break with this tradition, I'm sponsoring myself to do the same song as many times as I can, officially next week for Refugee Week. And as you're not doing it next week, I'm going to have to do this one, get this one in early, and I've already done it a bit early. So Safe Passage are a charity involved in helping unaccompanied minors, especially refugees. And they've got a challenge for next week, to kind of commemorate the 10,000 Jewish children, or mainly Jewish children brought from Nazi Germany in the 1930s on the Kindertransport. So it's a 10k challenge. So my challenge is to do a song as many times as I can with the word 10,000 in it. And this is the shortest song I know with the words 10,000 in it. Well, I broke down in East St. Louis in the Kansas City line, and I drunk up all my money that I borrowed every time, and I fell down at the Derby, and now the night's as black as a crow. It was a train that took me away from here, but a train can't bring me home. What made my dreams so hollow? I was standing at the depot with a steeple full of swallows that could never ring the bell. And I've come 10,000 miles away with not one thing to show. It was a train that took me away from here, but a train can't bring me home. Without bothering to pack, you know how when I left, did nothing but the clothes I had on my back. And I'm so sorry for what I've done, and I'm here on my own. It was a train that took me away from here, but a train can't bring me home. It must have been a train that took me away from here, but a train can't bring me home.
Nice one, Paul.
Beautiful.
Very nice, Paul.
It cost me another
Lovely.
10.
I thought you were going to do the famous 10,000 miles one.
Oh no! No, but
fine.
fortunately, somebody did Hard Rains last time, didn't they? So I wanted.
Oh, right. So over to Nick, I think.
Okay. This is a song that I first learnt on Singing Together. Remember Singing Together?
Yes, yeah.
Betty Avis and Mr. Appleby.
I don't remember that, but I do remember that the teacher had to bring a speaker into the classroom and plug it into a little socket in the wall, and the receiver was somewhere else, and you got this rather wonderful sound coming from a far distance and teaching you things, and you got Gestetner copies of the lyrics and everything. So it was it's all very evocative, really. However, I then heard Chris Coe do it on live, but also on the album, the Band Dogs album, with Nick Jones. So this is more that version, but let's remember Singing Together as well. Soldier, a soldier, will you marry me now, with a hey and a ho and the sound of a drum? No, pretty maid, I cannot marry you, for I have no boots to put on. So she ran to the shop as quick as she could go, with a hey and a ho and the sound of a drum. Bought him some boots of the very, very best, and the soldier, he's a put them on. Oh, soldier, a soldier, will you marry me now, with a hey and a ho and the sound of a drum? No, pretty maid, I cannot marry you, for I have no trousers to put on. So she ran to the shop as quick as she could go, with a hey and a ho and the sound of a drum. Bought him some trousers of the very, very best, and the soldier, he's a put them on. Oh, soldier, a soldier, will you marry me now, with a hey and a ho and the sound of a drum? No, pretty maid, I cannot marry you, for I have no shirt to put on. So she ran to the shop as quick as she could go, with a hey and a ho and the sound of a drum. Bought him a shirt as quick as she could be, and the soldier, he's a put it on. Oh, soldier, a soldier, will you marry me now, with a hey and a ho and the sound of a drum? No, pretty maid, I cannot marry you, for I have no hat to put on. So she ran to the shop as quick as she could go, with a hey and a ho and the sound of a drum. Bought him a hat of the very, very best, and the soldier, he's put it on. So it's soldier, a soldier, will you marry me now, with a hey and a ho and the sound of a drum? No, pretty maid, I cannot marry you, for I have me a wife of my own. Thank you. Bastard.
Oh, fuck you.
Well done.
I learned a different tune to that one.
Writing.
I do too.
My excuse for doing this one is it does mention June, and it was really an exercise that I wanted to get lots of my favourite things in, like volcanoes and seaplanes and ukuleles, and also to write it in 2 chords. But in fact, I've got 9 chord shapes that only have 2 chords. So it was a sort of exercise. It's time to go. The sun has set. I took my chance with no regret. Volcano smoke above Blue Lagoon. I'll play for you, ukulele moon. Ukulele moon, ukulele moon. Watching waves, the final swim, to cleanse my soul, wash my sins. The seaplane lands, it's all too soon. I kiss the surf, ukulele moon, ukulele moon, ukulele moon. Driftwood found, the fish will bite. One last supper by beach firelight. The longest day, the sweetest June, the heat of love, ukulele moon, ukulele moon, ukulele moon. And then it's gone, all is done. Remember me when all is run. The jumping flea, a lonely tune. The last goodbye, ukulele moon, ukulele moon, ukulele.
That's lovely. That was a lovely one, Bernard.
Thank you.
Sonia.
Yeah, hello.
Terrific.
Really good.
Yeah. Marilyn, over to...
Gosh, that came round quickly. This song's called St. Crispin's Day, and it's about sort of a teenager whose father is going off to fight in the wars. Oh, father has gone to the wars on a horse that he borrowed from our neighbour. Now the neighbour has our cow, and we have no milk, because my father has gone to the wars. Oh yes, father is following the king. He is planning his journey to Southampton. He's got a look from my mother but she doesn't say a word. Still she's taken down her father's old sword. He gets fits when the moon is on the turn, and one eye prefers a southerly direction. He cannot say his S's, and he's shy in a crowd. How can such a man gain fame against the French? Oh, he cuffed me round my head, did my father, for he says that he is every inch a soldier. Mother swiped him with a cloth, then she give his hair a trim, and at last we got him mounted on that horse. Oh, my sister says the French can't speak English. She says that dragons breathe fire through every castle wall. And should he get the chance, could he fetch a silken purse, and his smile reaches deeper than a well. Oh, now father is back from the wars. He said he shared a joke with his brother, the Duke of Salisbury. The neighbour's horse is missing, and so is father's arm, and his eyes dance like gnats upon the water. And today it is back to the fields, and King Henry, he is everybody's darling. Father helps when he can, when we can nudge him from his dreams, and the memory of 6,000 dead Frenchmen. Sometimes I stop and I watch the dying day, and I gaze at Father black against the sun. I think of all those French lords and the wives they've left behind, and if their dogs still miss them, if their sons are deprived, if their castles fall to ruins, haunted by their ghostly cries. And did anybody bury father's arm? That's it.
Super haunting.
Amazing.
Okay. Right, Roger next in my I've shuffled the pack to separate the guitarists.
Thank you. As well as booking John Martin back in the day, I also booked £11 John Martin. I think Sandy Denny. I booked Sandy Denny for £13. That was the peak. And she did this song. I'm wondering, waiting, my back against the wall. Not a word that passed between us comes to call. Just your shadow on the window as you step on down the hall. No, you never wanted me, babe. You never knew me at all. And I have not any picture to set before my eyes. I've got nothing I can blame when the blues start to rise. Just a memory of laughter, living out of lies. If I could have changed my ways, babe, we'd never have said goodbye. So if you ever get the time, won't you please think of me? It's a lock that can't be broken, and I have not any key. You're only in my mind, only you can set me free. You don't want me anymore, babe. It isn't hard to see. Well, someday someone will leave you, and I know you'll feel the same. But you'll mark it down to memory and the dream that never came. And there are no answers given. Love is just a game. Oh, you never wanted me, babe, and now I feel the same.
Lovely, Roger.
Jackson C. Frank.
What a sad song.
Yeah, it's called Self-Pity, I think. Sour grapes and self-pity.
Oh my God.
Over to Wendy.
Yeah, I'm afraid I've got another one. The only sort of continuity on this is it's blues, and it's all about waiting, which I feel as if we've all been doing for kind of 18 months now, waiting and waiting and waiting. Okay. Weary blues from waiting. Oh Lord, I've been waiting so long. These blues have got me crying. Oh, sweet daddy, please come home. The snow falls round my window, but it can't chill my heart. God knows it died the day you left. My dream world fell apart. Oh, weary blues from waiting. Lord, I've been waiting so long. These blues have got me crying. Oh, sweet daddy, please come home. Through tears I watch young lovers as they go strolling by, and all the things that might have been, God forgive me if I cry. Oh, weary blues from waiting. Oh, Lord, I've been waiting so long. These blues have got me crying. Oh, sweet daddy, please come home. Oh, oh, sweet daddy, please come home.
Oh, lovely.
Excellent. And over to the rabbit hole.
Okay, we're going to do a little sea shanty here. Me, Custard, and Tadpole. There's the reason I call this song a shanty is that shanties are work songs, and this is a song which was written for a little girl who spent the first 14 years of her life on a Hollywood treadmill. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a work song, so it's a shanty. Isn't it, Tadpole? Okay. So, I've thrown away my toys, even my drum and train. I want to make some noise and plough the raging main. I want to go to sea, I'll be a captain too. And when I do, how would you like to be my crew? On the good ship Lollipop, it's a sweet trip to a candy shop where bonbons play on the sunny shores of Peppermint Bay. Lemonade stands everywhere, Cracker Jack bands fill the air, and there you are, happy landing on a chocolate bar. See the sugar bowl do the Tootsie Roll with the big fat devil food cake. If you eat too much, oh, you'll awake with the tummy ache. On the good ship Lollipop, it's a night trip. Into bed you'll hop and dream away. On the good ship Lollipop. Thank you.
I want one of those tadpoles.
And I think that hands us over to Paul. No trouble there.
That's the only one who shouted Cracker Jack.
That rabbit isn't real, is it?
It is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever seen it asleep. Oh, it's moving.
Oh, I thought it was a toy.
Pointing
He's used to it.
towards you at the moment. He's busy eating.
Wait till it starts singing along.
He does a tap dance sometimes.
Me then, yeah. So, as it's a quiet night, we do one of the long ones. Early one morning the sun was shining. I was laying in bed, wondering if she had changed at all, if her hair was still red. Her folks, they said our lives together sure was gonna be rough. They never did like Mama's homemade dress. Papa's bank book wasn't big enough, and I was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on my shoes, heading up for the East Coast. Lord knows I paid some dues, getting through, tangled up in blue. She was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. I helped her out of a jam, I guess. I used a little too much force. We drove that car as far as we could, abandoned it out west. turned around to look at me as I was walking away. I heard her say over my shoulder, we'll meet again someday on the avenue, tangled up in blue. I got a job in the great North Woods, working as a cook for a spell. I never did like it all that much. One day it just went to hell. So I drifted down to New Orleans, where I was lucky not to be destroyed. Working for a while on a fishing boat docked outside of Delacroix. But all the while I was alone. The past was close behind, and I've seen a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind, and I just grew tangled up in blue. She was working in a topless place when I stopped in for a beer. Just kept looking at the side of her face in the spotlight so clear. And later on, when the crowd thinned out, I was just about to do the same. She was standing there right beside my chair, said to me, "Don't I know your name?" Well, I muttered something underneath of my breath. She studied the lines of my face. I felt a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoes, tangled up in blue. She lit a burner on the stove, offered me a pipe. I thought you'd never say hello, she said. Like the silent tide. Then she opened up a book of poems and handed it to me, written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. And every one of those words rang true and glowed like burning coal, every page like it was written in my soul from me to you, tangled up in blue. I live with them on Montague Street, in a basement down the stairs. There was music in the cafes at night, and revolution in the air. And when finally the bottom fell out, I became withdrawn, and she had to sell everything she owned and froze up inside. And when finally the bottom fell out, I became withdrawn. The only thing I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on like a bird that flew, tangled up in blue. So now I'm going back again, got to get to her somehow. All those people that we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians and some are truck drivers' wives. I don't know how it all got started, and I don't know what they're doing with their lives. For me, I'm still on the road, heading for another joint. we always did feel the same. We saw it from a different point of view, tangled up in blue.
Good stuff. Grateful.
Wonderful. And I would say it's an advantage of there not being so many of us that you have the time to do it.
And I forgot to say, you can still book me for 13 quid.
Yes, I think you've booked most of us for 13 quid. In fact, you might get the whole package for 13 quid. Like Roger and I have split a little bit of money once or twice.
Cup of tea and a biscuit, me.
Yeah.
Not that much, Bernard.
Okay, over to Nick.
These are two tunes from the 1665 edition of Playford, which could have been written for bass clarinet, but clearly weren't, because there weren't any bass clarinets around at that time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Outstanding. I think a number of you know that I'm sort of quite a keen cyclist, and hopefully tomorrow, for the first time since, well, the first lockdown, I'm going to go out with my gang, or a group of 6. I'm going to meet because I've got myself clocked in. In fact, earlier in the week, my ukulele group, we all met in the park and had a socially distanced sing, which was jolly good. This is a song about drugs and sporting fraud. This is the Lance Armstrong story. things that you need to know is that Lance Armstrong's gardener was the man who carried the drugs on a silver motor scooter, and he was called the Moto Man by the crew. And they were using EPO, and they used to call it Edgar, as in Edgar Allan Poe, was the sort of the code word for it. So and the moped rider, or the scooter rider, he had a silver machine, a sort of chrome scooter and things that he's racing around, and the panniers had essentially thermos flasks of EPO in the whizzing round. Now, the interesting thing is that Sean Yates was a gardener, and he'd recommended this gardener to Lance Armstrong, which is one of the reasons that Sean Yates had to leave the Sky team, because he was slightly implicated in the whole Motorola thing. I don't entirely blame Lance Armstrong, because I think the story goes that Motorola realised everyone else was taking drugs, and they said that if everyone else is going to take drugs, we're going to do it, but better. So at that time, so this is almost that story. Everybody gather round, the Moto Man has come to town. It's the Moto Man, it's the Moto Man. Philip the gardener on silver machine, quick and nimble, never seen. It's the Moto Man, it's the Moto Man. He brings Edgar for one and all. Take his number, make the call. It's the Moto Man, it's the Moto Man. Lance can dance for me and you, up and down, Mont Ventoux. It's the Moto Man, it's the Moto Man. Floyd's annoyed, he went too fast. People said it couldn't last. It's the Moto Man, it's the Moto Man. Tyler's blood was thick, not thin. A little Edgar let him win. It's the Moto Man, it's the Moto Man. Dr. Ferrari has the brains. If the boys have got the veins, it's the Moto Man, it's the Moto Man. The secret race inside Latour, Hawkwind Howe, nevermore. It's the Moto Man, it's the Moto Man. Yes.
That's a good one. Another good one.
So, with thanks to Mississippi John Hurts and Candyman.
Yes, I thought there was Candyman in there.
Yeah. Okay. Over to Marilyn.
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
I wish, but it's all in vain. I wish I was a girl again. If a maid I was, I never she could be, since that a young farmer did lie with me. Oh, when my apron it hung low, he followed me through the frost and snow. But now my apron's to my chin, he passes me by and says nothing. Oh grief, and I'll tell you why. That girl, she has more gold than I, more gold than I, and beauty and fame, but she will come like I wish my baby little was born, and lying all on his father's knee, and I was dead and in my grave, with the green grass growing all over me. I wish, but it's all in vain. I wish I was a sweet maid again, but a maid again I never can be, since that young farmer did lie with me.
What a so-and-so.
Fantastic, man.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Oh, for a young farmer.
Love that song. And over to Roger.
I must apologise if I wasn't muted, Bernard, when you were singing. I'm sorry about that. It's coming around so quickly. I was panicked into fiddling. Sorry. I hope it didn't disturb you. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, this is for you, Bernard. It's your favourite topic. Rain. I've no idea where this song comes from at all. But it's old, like most of my stuff, but even older than a lot of it. It was raining, dear, when I met you, and when you smiled the sun came shining through. Then it rained again and I lost you, just why I never knew. Now each time that the storm clouds gather way up in the sky, I see them all and I recall those happy days gone by. I get the blues when it rains, the blues I can't lose when it rains. Each little drop that falls on my window pane always reminds me the dreams I've cried in vain. I sit and wait for the sun to shine down on me once again. It rained when I met you, it rained when I lost you. That's why I'm so blue when it rains. I get the blues when it rains, the blues I can't lose when it rains. Each little drop that falls on my window pane always reminds me the dreams I've cried in vain. I sit and wait for the sun to shine down on me once again. It rained when I met you, it rained when I lost you. That's why I'm so blue when it rains. That's why I'm so blue when it rains.
That's
Whoa.
that's nice.
Well, the plan of campaign is we'll have Wendy, Steve, and Paul, and then we'll have an interval, which is sort of we get round the circle and things. So, okay,
Okay.
Wendy.
Well, this would be very nice to have Roger or Paul playing along with the guitar, because it's a Gillian Welsh number, and she has her wonderful partner playing. But you just got
I've
me.
got a guitar just like her. Is that any good?
Like Gillian or like David?
Like Gillian.
Okay. Hello, stranger, lover, friend. Hello, angel, on the mend. There's a side of you that I never knew as you shed another skin. We're strangers again. Hello, trouble. In my arms there was another one who had your charms, and he had your name, but you're not the same boy I knew back then. We're strangers again. Hello, Rain Man, in the mirror. Now I see you've noticed all my tears. We can start anew if you're willing to smile and pretend. We're strangers again. If we met before, I am very sure that I'd remember when. We're strangers again.
Lovely, Wendy.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Very pretty song.
Very nice.
So, what's Steve got in the rabbit hole this time?
Oh. Oh. Here's a song about a man who really wants to be on lockdown so that he can spend all day just alone with his sweetheart, so they can spend all day doing what they love doing, which is drinking tea and eating cake. Hang on, how's it start? I'm discontented with homes that are rented, and so I've invented my own. Darling, this place is a lover's oasis, while life's weary chase is unknown. For from the crowded city, where flowers pretty caress the stream, cozy to hide in, to live side by side in, don't let it just reside in my dream. Oh, picture you upon my knee, tea for two, and two for tea, and me for you, and you for me alone. Nobody near us to see us or hear us, no friends or relations on weekend vacations won't have it known that we own a mobile phone. Day will break and then we'll wake and start to make a healthy carrot cake to show on Zoom for everyone to see. And we can raise a family, a girl for you and another girl for me. Can't you see how happy we shall be? and we can raise a family. A girl for you and another girl for me. Can't you see how happy we shall be? Oh.
Total entertainment.
I think Paul can see where he's going wrong now. Just playing the guitar very well and doing really good songs is not enough.
I need a
Paul,
kazoo.
Paul, what you got? Are you going to use your feet?
While I'm doing songs that begin with T.
Songs beginning with T.
Well, I'm stuck up that, and yeah, 2 for T. This will be the 3 with T. This will be the 3rd song that I do begin with the letter T. The smartness on Harlow, the moon is on the street, the shadow boys are breaking all the law. It's east of East St. Louis, the wind are making speeches, the rain sounds like a round of applause. Napoleon is weeping in the carnival saloon, his invisible fiance's in the mirror. And the band is going home, it's raining hammers, it's raining nails. It's true there's nothing left for him down here. And it's time, time, time. And it's time, time, time. And it's time, time, time that you love. It's time, time, time. They're all 10 are orphans. Their memories like a train. You can see it getting smaller as it pulls away. And the things you can't remember tell the things you can't forget. But history puts a saint in every dream, but she said to stick around until the bandages came off. But these mama's boys just don't know when to quit. And Matilda asked the sailors, are these dreams or are these prayers? So close your eyes, son, this won't hurt a bit. And it's time, time, time. And it's time, time, time. And it's time, time, time that you love. It's time, time, time. Things are pretty lousy for the calendar go. The boys just dive off the cars and smash into the street. And when they're on a roll, she pulls a razor from her boot. 1,000 pigeons fall round her feet. She put a candle in the window and a kiss upon his lips, till the dish outside the window fills with rain. Just like a stranger with the weeds in your heart. Pay the fiddler off till I come back again. And it's time, time, time. And it's time, and it's time. And it's time, time, time that you love. time, time, time. It's time, time, time. It's time, time, time that you love. And it's time, time, time.
Beautiful.
Nice clarinet friendly key as well, Paul.
Sorry, Nick, I'll tell you what key I'm playing in, yeah? E flat for the next one.
Yeah, no, that was good. I like flat keys.
Well, say hello to Terry. You've just turned up for the interval.
It's the story of my life.
We'll be back in action at 9:30.
Right.
So
I'm sorry,
in 10
Paul.
minutes.
Sorry, Paul, to have missed that one. I've only just arrived, and I'm very sorry for being late. My sincere apologies. If you
No,
could
that's all right.
repeat the first half for me, that will be magic.
That's on YouTube.
Is that a Tom Waits song?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Two Tom Waits song. Two Tom Waits for tea.
Two Waits songs.
Two Tom Waits for tea.
Do you know Rubin's Train? Because
Sorry?
do you know
Rubin's
Rubin's
Train,
Train, the group?
Yeah.
There's two of them, and they both wear black and do a lot of Tom Waits material. They deal in death and hangovers and depression, and there's a lot of laughs, but they're truly wonderful. Sort of, and they never talk between the numbers and just sort of drift into them, you know, sort of. Anyway, they do that one in a wonderful way. Okay, well, I'm going to go and get a glass of wine and another bottle of water and things, and a pack of crisps. Okay, see you in 10 minutes, and we'll start with Nick, and then we'll have Terry.
I forgot to start it again.
You chose your moments. I could do with Steve's kazoo for this one. Even back in the sticks in Lincolnshire when I was at school, I'd heard of Jesse Fuller, and I bought one of his records from Mrs. Hughes' record shop. And this is a song off it, and it isn't San Francisco Bay Blues, which makes a change because that's about it, really. But this is a different one. Wait a minute. Technicalities, Paul. Sorry about this. There we go. Probably make no difference. Hello, my baby will tell you reason why she got that same kind of look in her eye. When I met her, she was nice and sweet. Now she walks the street like a cop on the beat. Lay down, baby, take your rest. Wake you in the morning, won't you do your best? I'm asking you what makes me do me like you do. A double do love you. Take it slow and easy. You wanna get along with me? Take it slow and easy, easy as anyone can be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reasons. If you double cross me, it's an act of treason. Make it slow and easy. Wanna get along with me? Now the way you act should have been ashamed. Make anybody think you've gone insane. There's dishes in the sink, there's a pile of dirty clothes. Walking around town with a bunch of winos. Woke up this morning, well, you wouldn't need a bite. Drinking that wine, don't take your appetite. I'm asking you, what makes me do me like you do? Double do love you. Take it slow and easy if you want to get along with me. Take it slow and easy, easy as anyone can be. It's an act of treason. Take it slow and easy. You want to get along with me? Well, I mean, you want to get along with me? You.
Good stuff, Roger.
Over to Wendy.
Okay, well, Paul's been singing Tom Waits, so I thought I would join him. It's not quite so sad, though. If you want money in your pocket and a top hat on your head, a hot meal on your table and a blanket on your bed, well, today is grey skies, tomorrow is tears. You'll have to wait till yesterday is here. Well, I'm going to New York City and I'm leaving on a plane. If you want to stay behind and wait till I come back again, well, today is grey skies, tomorrow is tears. You'll have to wait till yesterday is here. If you want to go where the rainbow ends, you'll have to say goodbye. All our dreams come true, baby, up ahead, and it's out where your memories lie. Well, the road is out before us, and the moon is shining bright. What I want you to remember as I disappear tonight, well, today is grey skies, tomorrow is tears. You'll have to wait till yesterday is here. Oh, if you want to go where the rainbow ends, you'll have to say goodbye. All our dreams come true, baby, up ahead, and it's out where your memories lie. Well, the road is out before us, and the moon is shining bright. What I want you to remember as I disappear tonight, well, today is grey skies, tomorrow is tears. You'll have to wait till yesterday is here. Oh, today is grey skies, tomorrow is tears. You'll have to wait till yesterday is here.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good. So, over to the rabbit hole.
I'm going to do you one with my musical saw, but for various technical reasons, I have to do it 8 feet away from the microphone. Otherwise, the internet might explode.
And from the
I'm
rabbit, I hope.
impressed with this sort of technical setup here. Roger and Terry need to take note.
Yeah. I think he's getting away from the rabbit.
Well, this is the ideal time of absolutely the ideal time of day for singing this song.
Gosh.
We all muted.
Sorry.
Thank you. Once in the dear dead days beyond recall, when on the world the mist began to fall, out of the dreams which rose in happy throng, lo, to our hearts love sang an old sweet song. And in the dusk, when fell the firelight gleam, softly it wove itself into our dream. Just a song at twilight, when the lights are low, and the flickering shadows softly come and go. Though the heart be weary, sad the day and long, still to us at twilight comes love's old song, comes love's old sweet song. Even today we sing love's song of yore. Deep in our hearts it dwells forevermore. Footsteps may falter, weary grow the way, still we can hear it at the close of day. And to the end, when life's long shadows fall, love will be found the sweetest song of all. Just a song at twilight, when the lights are low, and the flickering shadows softly come and go. Though the heart be weary, sad the day and long, still to us at twilight comes love's old song, comes love's old sweet song.
Yay!
Finally,
Before we just put Paul on, I'm going to do a shout out to Ed to make certain we're in communication. Ed, are you there? Ed, are you...
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. So you're on after Liz, which is so it's Paul, Elizabeth, and Ed. Okay.
Grand. Thank you.
Okay. See you in a little while. Oh, right. Okay. Over to Paul.
Funny enough, I was going to do this last time, which is just interesting. As Wendy did a John Martin song, so will I. Oh, darling, it's gonna be late when we get back home. I can't wait till we get back home. Gonna reel around, rock around town, walk around, talk around town, roll around, rock around town. Let another man take you home. Let another man take you home. Oh, darling, I wanted to leave and I had to stay. The boys would have laughed if I'd run away. Been a reeling and a rocking all around town, walking and a talking all around town, rolling and a rocking all around town. Let another man take you home. Let another man take you home. We'll say it's alright, stay out all night. We'll say it's alright, stay out all night. I tell you, there's been no romancing, there's been no fancy pantsing, in dancing, 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 dancing. Oh, darling, please won't Don't you try to understand when you're leading a life for the music man. You gotta walk around, reel around, rock around town, roll around, rock around, all around town, roll around, rock around town. Let the morning bring you home. Let the morning bring you home. Oh darling, it's gonna be late when we get back home. I can't wait till we get back home. Been reeling and rocking all around town, walking and talking all around town, rolling and rocking all around town. Let another man take you home. Let another man take you home. We'll say it's alright. Stay out all night. We'll say it's alright. Stay out all night. I tell you, there's been no romancing. There's been no fancy pantsing. It's just life enhancing. Take a chancing. Dancing, 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 dancing.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Brilliant, Paul.
Over to Elizabeth. How are you? Can't hear you yet. Yeah. No, you're on mute. Elizabeth, come in. You're off. Yeah,
I'm off now.
Yeah, you're
Can you
good
hear
now.
me? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Hi. Yeah, it's lovely to see you. It's lovely to see you all after all this time. Yeah, I really enjoy this thing. I think when we go back to normal, I'm going to miss the Zoom. Is that a horrible thing to
I have
say?
a feeling that sometimes Zoom may carry on in some mode,
Yeah, I hate it really, but
Yeah.
something
Well, it's a
something
lot better
can
than
happen.
you don't miss the last bus home.
Oh, well, that's true. Anyway, as there's been a lot of problems, a lot of suffering in Palestine again, I thought I'd do a Palestine song I wrote about 10 years ago. And of course, it's still equally relevant today, unfortunately. Army checkpoints everywhere I go. Palestine is still on a go slow. They stop me going here, they stop me moving there. How long can we all be bullied, waiting here? Maybe for another 70 years we will wait. Maybe for another 70 years, maybe for another 70 years. My father was a farmer. They burned down his olive trees, flames of hate from the folks who live on the hill. They've built illegal houses there. They siphon off our water. Some days they even kill us. Maybe in another 70 years things will change. Maybe in another 70 years. Maybe in another 70 years. They've built an enormous wall, not on their land, but our land, to make our lives impossible. To destroy us is their plan. Every day they encroach more. They throw our kids in prison with no access to justice or the law. Maybe in another 70 years things will change. Maybe in another 70 years, maybe in another 70 years. Governments around the world send us lots of aid, but we just want our country back and a life we can sustain. Perhaps we could have back our rights if it wasn't for the USA pouring millions of dollars into Israel every day. Maybe in another 70 years things will change. Maybe in another 70 years, maybe in another 70 years. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for listening.
And now, on Clear Island, Ed, are you there?
I am indeed.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, good.
Grand.
Sing away.
Yeah, it's I hate to tell you, Elizabeth, I'm going to sing you a song that proves that it'll probably be more than 200 years before things significantly change. That Love's Old Sweet Song reminded me of my grandmother, and because she used to sing that, and my grandmother's grandmother had the experience of getting her finger broken at the Peterloo massacre. Unfortunately, didn't get more than that because otherwise I wouldn't be here. But yeah, so interestingly enough, as you'll notice from this song, that was in the depression that followed the Napoleonic Wars. And 200 years later, we still get economic crises all the damn time. And their responses are still the same, which is cut the workers' wages. Anyway, here's the song. You gentlemen and tradesmen who ride about at will, look down on these poor people, it's enough to make you krill. Look down on these poor people as you ride up and down. I'm sure there is a God above us to bring your pride quite down. You tyrants of England, your race may soon be run. You may be brought unto account for what you've surely done. And when we look at our poor children, it grieves our hearts full sore. Their clothing it is now but rags, and we can get no more. With little in their bellies, while they to work must go, while yours do dress as manky as a monkey in a show. You tyrants of England, your race may soon be run. You may be brought unto account for what you've surely done. And you say that Bonaparte, he is the scourge of all, and that we've got good reason for to pray for his downfall. But poor Bonaparte is dead and gone, and it is plainly shown that we've got bigger tyrants and bonies of our own. You tyrants of England, your race may soon be run. You may be brought unto account for what you've surely done. And you go into the markets, no, and you bring down our wages, shamefully to tell. You go into the markets then, and you say you cannot sell. And when that we do ask you, when these bad times will mend, you quickly give us the answer why, when the wars are at an end. You tyrants of England, your race may soon be run. You may be brought unto account for what you've surely done. And you go to church on Sunday, and I'm sure it's now but pride. There can be no religion when humanity's cast aside. If there be a place in heaven, as there is in the exchange, our poor souls may not come in there, like lost sheep they must range. You tyrants of England, your race may soon be run. You may be brought unto account for what you've surely done. And now, me lads, for to conclude, it's time to make an end, to see if we can't form some plan how these bad times will mend. Come give us our old prices, aye, them we've had before, and we will live in happiness and we'll rub off the old score. You tyrants of England, your race may soon be run. You may be brought unto account for what you've surely done.
Over to Dancing Tony. How's your sound? Okay.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Good God. Right. Somebody's just letting off fireworks. This is ridiculous. Can you hear them?
Yeah. Very clever.
Right. Okay. Right. I don't know why, but hey. Anyway, now for something completely different. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Oh, you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. Until that morning, there's nothing gonna harm you. With your daddy and mama standing by. With your daddy and mama standing by. That's it. Short and sweet.
Wow.
Super. I think we go now. We're going round again. So round to Nick.
Let's go round again. No, I won't do that one. I never had the pleasure of hearing Cyril Tawney live, and I first heard this song being sung almost as a sort of a dirge, really. And I thought, oh my goodness, this must be a tragedy. And then I started listening to the words. Thought, nah, it's just a guy who doesn't like what he does. It's fine. Don't mind the rain nor rolling sea. The darkest night never bothers me. But the hardest time of a sailor's day is to see the sun as it sinks away. Just one more day on the grey funnel line. The finest ships that sail the sea are but a prison to the likes of me. But if I had wings like Noah's dove, I'd fly to port to my own dear love. Just one more day on the grey funnel line. I'll do. I can't remember the next verse. Sugar, sorry. I'll do my time like some machine, watching blue waters turn to green, and then I'll dance down to the shore and sail the grey funnel line no more. Just one more day on the grey funnel line. Just one more day on the grey funnel line. Sorry about the gap.
Gaps.
I'm sure you can edit it out the recording. Over to Terry.
Okay, two connections here. One is this song is in the same key as the one that Nick just sang, and secondly, it's also about Palestine. I thought I'd do it because Elizabeth did her song a little earlier, so it follows on the same theme. Hey brother, won't you take another look at the road? It's way too dark and it's way too far to go. There's no one to thank and there's no one to blame. You just sit around till it happens again. Hey brother, won't you take another look at the road? I can hear the gales of justice crying, blowing in the teeth of love and pride, howling at the innocents, the refugees and the immigrants, and asking questions herein lies. Oh, from here to Cairo, chasing demons, raising Cain, and everywhere a call to prayer, barricades in the city squares, and the game is over. Nothing's changed. Someone take this flag and set it down, 'cause freedom's on the run or gone to ground. And David came with his powered drones, he overcame the rocks and the stones, and there's no one left to wear the ancient crown. Oh, from here to Cairo, chasing demons, raising Cain, and everywhere a call to prayer, barricades in the city squares, and the game is over. Nothing changed. Brothers count the cost of lost horizons, and others draw a line across the sand. What is written on the basement walls, and the city streets, and the palace halls, and the shadows fall across the promised land. I keep a bird to hear it singing, I keep a rose to watch it grow. Well, now maybe a child from David's line, he might walk across to Palestine and roll away the stone. Roll away the stone. Roll away the stone from long ago. Thank you.
Jill, have you got another one?
Am I allowed to sing in Spanish?
Yeah, of course.
Right, well, I'll give a quick translation. A la Nana Muscuri. This song is based on a poem by Antonio Machado, the great Spanish 20th century poet. Music by Joan Manuel Serrat, who's Catalan singer-songwriter. It's about a guitar, which is what, because there've been so many. It's the guitar at the wayside inn. Today you play a jota. Tomorrow you will play a petenera, which is like a flamenco. Depending on whoever arrives and strums your dusty strings. Guitar at the wayside inn, you never were nor will you ever be a poet. You are a soul which gives your solitary harmony to those passing by, and whoever hears you hears a song from his own land. Right, okay. Guitarra del mesón, hoy suenas jota, mañana petenera, según quien llega y tañe tus empolvadas cuerdas. Guitarra del mesón de los caminos, no fuiste nunca ni serás poeta. Tú eres alma que diste tu armonía solitaria a las almas pasajeras, y siempre que te escuche el caminante suele oír un aire de su tierra. Guitarra del mesón, hoy suenas jota, mañana petenera, según quien llega y tañe tus empolvadas cuerdas. Guitarra del mesón de los caminos, no fuiste nunca ni serás poeta.
Excellent. And no quarantine needed.
Have you got all those little placards prepared, Steve?
I'm just a very quick writer.
I know it's me, it's not you. I know the truth isn't always true. The world is round, the world is flat. Feed me fibre, fruit and fat. Searching for the green way, searching for the green way, searching for the green way home. I was born and I will die. I live my life, I get by. I'm not that good, I'm not that bad. I've been lucky with what I've had. Searching for the green way, searching for the green way, searching for the green way home. There is waste and there is greed. There is want and there is need. I own stuff just for fun. Have my stuff when I'm done. Searching for the green way, searching for the green way, searching for the green way home. Wasted time and wasted love, wasted space, waste enough to fill a book of things I said on the shelf but never read. Searching for the green way, searching for the green way, searching for the green way home. I have no agenda and no plan. I kind of like my fellow man. I know I'm guilty like the rest. Failed to pass the lifelong test. Searching for the green way, searching for the green way, searching for the green way home. Just a rambler on my way across the field through the day. I read the map, I see the sign. Always hope the sun will shine. Searching for the green way, searching for the green way, searching for the green way home. Searching for the green way, searching for the green way, searching for the green way home.
That's great, Bernard.
Really, really good.
Over to Marilyn.
Oh, right. I was going to sing a sad one, but since it's near the end, I'll sing another sad one, shorter sad one, that everybody could join in, though I won't hear you. Oh. Tommy's gone and I'll go too, way down high low. Yes, Tommy's gone and I'll go too. Tom's gone to high low. Tommy was a friend of mine, way down high low. Yeah, Tommy was a friend of mine. Tom's gone to high low. Tommy fought at Trafalgar, way down high low. Oh, Tommy's got fought at Trafalgar. Tom's gone to high low. Tommy's gone and I'll go too, way down high low. Oh, my Tommy's gone and I'll go too. Tom's gone to high low.
Lovely, Marilyn.
Over to Roger.
Thank you. Very unusual to do 5 in an evening. I was just a conversation in the interval, and this sort of came into my head really. So I won't risk an instrumental in the middle. Keep it nice and short. I'll never let you see the way my broken heart is hurting me. I've got my pride, I know I can hide my sorrow and pain. I'll do my crying in the rain. If I wait for cloudy skies, you won't know the rain from the tears in my eyes. You'll never know that I still love you so, and the heartaches remain. I'll do my crying in the rain. Raindrops falling from heaven could never wash away my misery. But since we're not together, I pray for stormy weather to heal the tears I hope you'll never see. Someday when my crying's done, I'm gonna wear a smile and walk in the sun. I may be a fool, till then, darling, you'll never see me complain. I'll do my crying in the rain. Raindrops falling from heaven will never wash away my misery. But since we're not together, I'll look for stormy weather to hide those tears I hope you'll never see. Someday when my crying's done, I'm gonna wear a smile and walk in the sun. I may be a fool, but till then, darling, you'll never see me complain. I'll do my crying in the rain. My crying in the rain.
Wonderful. Yeah. Over to Wendy.
Oh, that would have been nice to have had an instrumental, Robert. Roger, it would have been really good.
I'll work on it. Thank you.
This is in the same vein, actually. Unrequited love and all that. But it's Ray Charles. You give your hand to me, and then you say hello, and I can hardly speak. My heart is beating so, and anyone can tell. You think you know me well, well, you don't know me. No, you don't know the one who dreams of you at night and longs to kiss your lips and longs to hold you tight. To you I'm just a friend, that's all I'll ever be, 'cause you don't know me. For I never knew the art of making love, though my heart aches with love for you. Afraid and shy, I let my chance go by, a chance that you might love me too. You give your hand to me, and then you say goodbye. I watch you walk away, and I still wonder why. Oh no, you'll never know the one who loved you so, 'cause you don't know me.
Wonderful. Let's see what Steve has got last in the rabbit hole.
Well, I've got these little pads on my elbows because this This next song involves a couple of skateboard tricks. It's not for my protection, it's for the rabbit because I've got extremely sharp elbows. So for various for safety, I'll do it over here. So here's a quick potted history of my musical education. Well, I went to join the orchestra at school in Stoke-on-Trent. Say, can I play the violin or some such instrument? The teacher looked... Oh. Is the sound going over all right? Oh, sorry, the little yellow box wasn't coming up. Start again. Well, I went to join the orchestra at school in Stoke-on-Trent. Say, can I play the violin or some such instrument? The teacher looked me up and down and then she answered nay, because your mum and dad, they are not on the PTA. But you can play the tambourine, just don't play it too loud. We don't want kids like you to spoil our nice middle-class crowd. Don't play out of rhythm, make a noise or lark about, or we will find a good excuse for two of you thrown out. So I play my tambourine, I like to make it ring. I like to bash hell out of it to make it jingling. It's my way of making sure I'm always heard and seen. I blaze me way through every day playing my tambourine. When I was a bit older, I joined the Salian. I asked them, can I play along with their Salvation Band? Can I play the trombone or a corn? It would be bliss. He pulled out an old tambourine and then he says, play this. So I went to the Pentecostals, the Assembly of God. I let them think they'd save me, then I asked this Pastor Bod, can I play the guitar in your evening services? He prayed a bit, he spoke in tongues and know is what he said. So I play my tambourine, I like to make it ring. I like to bash hell out of it to make it jingling. It's the way of making sure I'm always heard and seen. I blaze my way through every day playing the tambourine. Their street don't need a long clock set to tune to Radio 1, 'cause I bash me tambourine to welcome in the crack of dawn. Our house ain't got no vermin 'cause I scare each rat and mouse, but the vibrations are crumbling the foundations of me house. Me windows all have cracks in and so's the roof above. Me dad wears plastic earplugs and me mum has shattered nerves. The only one who likes it is me dear old Auntie F, who, as you might have guessed, she's 93 and stony deaf. So I play me tambourine, I like to make it ring. I like to bash hell out of it to make it jingling. It's the way of making sure I'm always heard and seen. I blaze my way through every day playing the tambourine. They won't know where to put me when I cross the Great Divide. Or will I go to heaven or hell, or how will they decide? Is this noise I'm making bad enough to be a sin? Will it be St. Peter or old Nick St. Steve, me mate, come in and bring the tambourine? I like to make it ring. I like to bash hell out of it to make it jingling. It's the way of making sure I'm always heard and seen. I blaze my way through every day playing the tambourine. Oh.
Yay!
So you are the man Mr. Dylan, Bob Dylan wrote about. Okay. Over to Paul.
So it was the 77th anniversary of D-Day on Sunday. So. On the cold grey light on the 6th of June in the year of 44. The Empire Lark sailed out from Poole, joined with thousands more. The greatest fleet the world had seen, we sailed in close array. and we set a course for Normandy. In the dawning of the day, there was not one man in all our crew who knew what lay in store. But we had waited for that day through 5 long years of war. We knew that many would not return, all our hearts are true, for we were bound for Normandy, where we had a job to do. Now the Empire Larch was a deep sea tug with a crew of 33. I was just a galley boy on my first trip to sea. I little thought when I left home of the dreadful sights I'd see, but I came to manhood on the day that I first saw Normandy. At Arrowmatch, off the beach of gold, beneath the rockets' deadly glare, we towed our box ships into place, and we built a harbour there. Neath shot and shell we built it well, as history does agree, while trade men died in the swirling tide, in the shores of Normandy. Like the Rodney and the Nelson, there were ships of great renown, but rescue tugs all did their share, as many a ship went down. We ran our pontoons to the shore within the Mulberry's lee, and we made safe berth for the tanks and guns that would set all Europe free. For every hero's name was known, 1,000 died as well. On stakes and wires their bodies hung, rocked in the ocean's swell. And many a mother wept that day for the sons they loved so well. Men that cracked a joke and catch the smoke as they stormed the gates of hell. As the years passed by, I can still recall the men I saw that day who died upon the blood-soaked sand, where now sweet children play. And those of you who were unborn, who've lived in liberty, remember those who made it so on the shores of Normandy.
One more song from Tony, and we'll finish off with Ed. Okay, so Tony, take it away. Are you there? Oh, you're missing out. Let's go straight to Ed, who I'm sure has a. Ed, are you there? Ed,
Hello?
are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Have you a song?
Grand. Can you hear me now? Yeah?
Yep.
Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Oh, grand. Sorry about that. I wasn't sure whether it was doing it or not. Yes. What should I sing? My father used to say to me as he locked them in the sty, they say that pigs can see the wind, and I'll tell you the reason why. Well, the summer can come and the summer can go. Pigs can see the wind, and the autumn goose brings down the snow. But the pigs can see the wind. Now there's them as a chase a crafty fox over hills and fields and dales. There's 30 hounds and 30 clowns for one poor fox's tail. Why, the summer can come and the summer can go. Pigs can see the wind, and the autumn goose brings down the snow. But the pigs can see the wind, and there's them as at fish a raging stream in the howling wind and rain, to catch the fish just to chuck 'em back and catch them all again. Well, the summer can come and the summer can go. Pigs can see the wind, and the autumn goose brings down the snow. But the pigs can see the wind, and there's them as 'ud fight in foreign wars and meet a bloody end. And if you can see any sense in that, then pigs can see the wind. Well, the summer can come and the summer can go. Pigs can see the wind, and the autumn goose brings down the snow. But the pigs can see the wind. That's it.
Thank you. I think that explains Bob Dylan's Blowing in the Wind perfectly. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
So I think that's a suitable finish for the night. So I've warned everyone about raccoon dogs that I didn't even know existed until this morning. So I think that's enough excitement for the night. And
they're not loose in London,
I
are they?
assume we are back here in 2 weeks' time.
Thank you, Bernard.
Thank you,
Good night.
Bernard.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you.
everyone.
Night.
Bye. Bye.
Philip Chris left the meeting. Left the meeting.